Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this super cute summer top that can be worn in multiple ways. You can wear it classic over both shoulders, or you can go for a more cooler look with both straps over one shoulder. Let's get started. For this project you will need some yarn. I used around 4 skeins, approximately 600 meters in total. You'll also need a crochet hook. I used a 2.5mm hook. Additionally, you will need some scissors, a tapestry needle, and optionally stitch markers. To start off, you will make a slip knot. Then you will start making your foundation chain. Make sure that the total number of chains is multiplied by 17. At the end, add 2 more chains. In this tutorial, I'll show you the pattern with a small sample. For my top, I used 17 times 11, a total of 187 chains. Then I added 2 chains, which resulted in 189 chains. If you want it smaller or bigger, you can just subtract or add 17 chains. As you can see, I made my top fit around my body, just below my chest. For the starting row, start by skipping 3 chains and then double crochet into the 4th chain. Next, chain 5 and skip 5 chains. Single crochet into the 6th chain and the next 2 chains. Chain 5 and skip 5 chains again. And then double crochet into the 6th chain and the next 3 chains. Repeat this pattern by chaining 5 and skipping 5 chains, and then make 3 single crochets. When you reach the last 2 chains, you will end the row with 2 double crochets. This is how your first row should look like. For row 2, start by chaining 3. Turn around and double crochet in the 2nd double crochet. Make 3 double crochets in the space. Chain 4 and single crochet in the middle of the 3 single crochets from the previous row. Chain 4 and make 3 double crochets in the space. Double crochet in the next double crochet right after the space. Chain 3 and make a double crochet in the double crochet right before the space. Continue this pattern by making 3 double crochets in the space, followed by 4 chains. To end this row, you will make 3 double crochets in the space, a double crochet in the last double crochet, and a double crochet in the chain 3. And this is what it should look like. For row 3, start by chaining 1, then turn your work and single crochet into the first double crochet. Chain 4 and double crochet into the 5th double crochet. Next, make 3 double crochet into the chain space. Chain 2 and make 3 more double crochets in the next space. Double crochet into the double crochet right after the space. Chain 4 and then single crochet into the space. Chain 4 again and double crochet into the double crochet right before the next space. Repeat this pattern by making 3 double crochets in the space, followed by 2 chains. You will end this row by chaining 4 and then single crochet into the chain 3. This is how your third row should look like. For the fourth row, start by chaining 8, then turn your work. Make 4 double crochets in the second space. Chain 5, single crochet in the next space, and then single crochet into the single crochet stitch from the previous row. Make another single crochet in the following space. Repeat this pattern by chaining 5 and by making 4 double crochets in the next space. You will end this row by chaining 5 and by making a double crochet into the last single crochet. For the fifth row, start by chaining 1 and then turn your work. Single crochet into the first double crochet, then chain 4. Make 3 double crochets in the first space. followed by a double crochet in the next double crochet stitch. Chain 3 and double crochet into the double crochet right before the space. Make 3 double crochets in the space. Chain 4 and single crochet into the middle of the 3 single crochets. Chain 4 again and make 3 double crochets in the next space. And then make a double crochet in the next double crochet stitch. Continue the pattern by chaining 3 and by making a double crochet into the double crochet right before the space. You will end this row with 3 double crochets in the last space. Then chain 4 and single crochet into the chain 3. For the last row, start by chaining 3 and turn your work. Make 3 double crochets in the first space. Then make a double crochet into the next double crochet stitch. Chain 4 and single crochet into the space. Chain 4 again and double crochet into the 4th double crochet stitch. Make 3 double crochets in the next space. Then chain 2 and make 3 double crochets in the following space. Repeat the pattern by making a double crochet into the next double crochet stitch and then chain 4. You will end this row by making 3 double crochets in the final space and a double crochet into the single crochet. Resulting in a total of 5 double crochet stitches. This is what it should look like after you have completed all the rows. Now that we have covered all the rows, I want to show you how to continue the pattern. We'll do this by repeating row 1. Start by chaining 3 and then turning your work. Make a double crochet into the second double crochet stitch. Chain 5 and make 3 single crochets. 1 in the space, 1 in the single crochet from the previous row, and 1 in the next space. Chain 5 again. And make 4 double crochets in the chain 2 space. Repeat the pattern by chaining 5 and making the single crochets. End this row by making a double crochet in the last double crochet stitch and 1 double crochet in the chain 3 space. Now that we've covered how to repeat row 1, simply continue on with the rows until you reach your desired length. After repeating the rows a few times, it should look something like this. Here you can see my finished panel where I repeated all the rows 6 times. It turned out to be 70 centimeters long. Now that we've completed the flower pattern, we'll move on to the next part. We'll crochet a simple rectangle to cover the chest area. This section is very easy as it consists entirely of double crochets. To begin, make a slip knot and then start making your foundation chain. It's a good idea to take measurements as you go to ensure a proper fit. For example, I started by measuring around my chest and found that my foundation chain needed to be at least 40 centimeters. Keep in mind that projects often end up a bit larger because the foundation chain can be tighter. I made my foundation chain 40 centimeters long, but the finished rectangle ended up being 50 centimeters, which was perfect for me. Once you have created your foundation chain to your desired length, we'll begin making rows of double crochet. Start by chaining 3, which will count as a double crochet. Then skip 3 chains and make a double crochet into the 4th chain. Continue by making a double crochet in each chain until you reach the end. Once you reach the end, continue making rows of double crochet. Begin each row by chaining 3, which counts as a double crochet. And then make a double crochet into the second double crochet from the previous row. At the end of each row, remember to make a double crochet into the chain 3. In total, I made 23 rows of double crochet. Once you've completed all the rows needed to cover the chest area, we'll begin with the back section. Here we will create holes that will allow us to tie the top at the back. This will give the top a corset-inspired look. We start by attaching the yarn to one end of our rectangle. First you will make a slip knot, and then insert your crochet hook through the chain 3 at the top of the rectangle. Pull the slip knot through the chain 3 and make 3 chains. These 3 chains will count as a double crochet and also attach the yarn to the panel. Since we are now going to crochet along the side of the panel, we'll need to do it a bit differently. To maintain its shape, we will make 2 double crochets in each double crochet along the side. I hope this makes sense when you see how I do it. For example, I crocheted 23 rows of double crochets, which means that when I make 2 double crochets in each double crochet along the side, I will end up with 46 double crochets. This is how it should look after you've added double crochets along the side. From here you will continue to create rows of double crochets until you reach the desired length. To start a row, chain 3 as usual, which counts as a double crochet. And then make a double crochet in the second double crochet stitch. Continue making a double crochet in each double crochet stitch till you reach the end of the row. I made 4 rows of double crochet. Next we will create a row of single crochets. To start the row, chain 1, which will count as a single crochet. Turn your work and then make a single crochet in the second double crochet stitch. Continue making a single crochet in each double crochet stitch until the end of the row. And always remember to crochet into the starting chain 3. Now that we have finished the row, it's time to make the holes. You might need to calculate this part yourself since our tops may be different sizes or have a different number of chains. I decided to make 5 holes. I had to figure out how to place these 5 holes symmetrically on the side. I had a total of 46 chains. To start, chain 1 and then turn your work. This chain counts as a single crochet. I decided to make 2 single crochets at both the beginning and end of the row before starting the holes. After 2 single crochets, chain 3, then make a single crochet in the 4th chain. This creates a hole. Before making the next hole, make 6 more single crochets for a total of 7 single crochets. To create the next hole, chain 3, skip 3 chains, and make a single crochet in the 4th chain. Repeat this pattern until you reach the end of the row. As mentioned, finish with 2 single crochets. Now that we have finished making the holes, it's time for the final row. For this row, we are going to single crochet along the entire side. Start as usual with a chain 1 and then make a single crochet into the second chain. When you reach the holes, make 3 single crochets in the chain 3 space. Continue with single crochets in the previous single crochet stitches. Follow this pattern to the end of the row. When you finish the row, you should have the same number of chains as when you started crocheting on the side, which is 46 chains for me. To fasten off, simply cut your yarn, chain 1 and pull the yarn through. When you are done, it should look like this. Remember to repeat it on the other side. Now that we have finished our 2 panels, it's time to assemble them. Start by connecting the 2 panels where you want them to join. I use some stitch markers to keep them in place. Make sure that the middle flower aligns with the center of the double crochet panel. Next, we will sew the parts together. Cut a piece of yarn and thread it onto a needle. Begin sewing along the edges of the 2 panels where you have placed the stitch markers. I wanted a gap in the middle between the panels, but when I tried it on, I found it too large, so I sewed further into the middle to create a smaller gap. You can adjust this according to your preference. Here you can see how my gap turned out. The reason I created a gap is because I find it to be more flattering, but you can decide for yourself if you want the gap. Just keep sewing the panels together evenly on both sides. Once you reach the end, sew the next side. This is how the top should look like after you have sewn the panels together. Now we are going to create a scrunch in the middle. Start by cutting a piece of yarn and threading it onto a needle. Then find the center of the top so you know where you want your scrunch to be. I usually add a stitch marker to make it easier. Next, you will fold your top up just like I do it. When you fold it, you will see it naturally scrunches. To secure the scrunch, thread your needle through all the folds. Tie the yarn tightly so it doesn't come loose. I secured it with 3 knots. Here's how mine turned out. If you're not satisfied, you can try redoing it until you like how it looks. For example, you can try adding more or less folds. We're almost done now, but we just need to add the straps. The straps will go through the holes we made on the back. First, decide where you want your 2 straps to be and place 2 stitch markers to remember where they will be. I placed my straps 24 chains away from the center. To create the strap, we will be making a foundation double crochet chain. Begin by making a slip knot. Insert your hook into one of the chains where you want your strap to be. Pull the slip knot through the chain. Yarn over, then insert your hook into the next stitch. Yarn over again and pull up a loop, leaving 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 1 loop to create the foundation chain. Yarn over again, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops to complete the double crochet. To continue the chain, yarn over again and insert your hook into the foundation chain we just made. Make sure to go through the back loop as well. Yarn over and pull up a loop, again leaving 3 loops on your hook. Repeat the previous steps. Yarn over, pull through 1 loop to create the new foundation chain. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops to complete the double crochet. Now just continue by yarning over and then going into the foundation chain. The strap needs to be a bit long since it will go through all the holes on the back. It gets easier and faster once you get the hang of it. When you have made the strap long enough, chain 1, cut your yarn and pull the yarn through. After you have made the strap on the other side, you're done. And there you have it, a super cute summer top. I hope you enjoyed this video and feel inspired to make your own. This is my first video, so I'd love to hear your feedback on how I can make my videos better. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to my channel for more crochet projects. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions. And if you make this top, please tag me so I can see your amazing work. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.